I mean, he said 60 minutes or less. Timer starts now, so...
The dilemma is the laws of physics. So what about the person I just talked to? The person that hung up on me doesn't want to talk? Like, if your manager wants to earn my business, he can call me back in an hour.
Call you back in an hour? Okay.
Yep, 60 seconds.
Is
As he
this a
said,
good
the
number to
timer
contact
starts
you
now.
by?
Yeah, he has my number. Timer starts now. Dealerships can be beyond frustrating. It's part of the reason why I say I have all of these grays at 32. It's because no matter if you do this each and every day or once in every 10 years, when a dealership plays games, it can be exhausting. And that's what you're going to see in this negotiation. In this negotiation, dealership ends up playing games and gets to the point where they hang up on me. And when I call back, I let my frustration fume over on somebody that didn't deserve it. And I want to personally apologize to that second person, as they were just trying to resolve some things, but I was beyond frustrated. This client reached out to me because they had reached out to not only this dealership, but other dealerships in this area, and felt like the world was against them, that she was being asked to go find her husband, or going to be asked to saying that her deal that she was trying to get was crazy. It just felt like nobody was actually taking her seriously. So when she hired us to negotiate a car deal, I had a personal vendetta to get her a really, really great deal. When the dealership started playing games with me, frustrations fumed over. So in this negotiation you're about to watch, you're about to see a dealership play serious games. Me not willing to take those, and in the end, get the deal we wanted. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. If you guys want more content like this, I want you to like, follow, subscribe. If you guys have any videos that you guys want to see in the future, please let me know, but watch.
No, I'm gonna take your call.
Hey, can I speak to somebody in sales?
Yeah, this is the sales department. How can I help you?
Hey, I just want to see, first off, if you guys have a car available.
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Hi, this is...
Okay, I'm talking to somebody else now.
yeah, you just came to the phone right now. I'm one of the salesmen here. It's what for you?
Okay, hey, I just want to see if you guys have a car available.
Yeah, sure. Let me check for you. What car are you looking at?
I have a stock number whenever you're ready.
Is it, what kind of vehicle is it?
I have a stock number, but it's a Honda Pilot.
Pilot, got you. It's going to make me sort it by category.
Sure.
All right, what's the stock number?
250854.
250854, the Pilot Black Edition in the Sonic Gray?
You got it.
That one should be available. Looking at MSRP of $56,430.
That's the same car? Yeah, so really, just a long story short, just to kick off conversation here. I live in Utah, and if you know anything about Utah, it's a great place, beautiful places, but there's no car dealerships, and car dealerships don't have anything. So I have to go, every time I have to buy a car, I have to come out to LA, make a trip out of it, go have fun. So here I am trying to make my trip to LA to buy a car, and I know this is what I want. I've already driven it. I like it. Exact car I want. I'm just trying to figure out a deal that makes sense. And if it makes sense, I'll put a deposit on it, and we will make a trip out there to come buy it. Bada boom, bada bing. Super easy.
All right, sounds good. I mean, what were you looking for deal-wise?
So I had a dealership that I talked to in Vegas, which is on the way. I don't like Vegas. You know, I don't have been to Vegas. It's a lot of gambling, and it's a sin city, and I'm not a sinner.
Yeah, that's actually where I'm from.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, it's a great place.
Yeah.
Then. But for me, I don't like going to
go.
Sin City. I'm a God's man.
Yeah, I get you.
They have 8% off there is where I'm at. I'd like to beat that, just because, you know, I don't want to go to LA, or I don't want to go to Vegas. So, yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. So I'm calling the dealerships to see if anybody can get me better than that.
You're just looking for 8% off of the MSRP?
Well, that's what I have in Vegas. So I'm hoping to get like 9-10% off is what my goal is. If I can get that, then I'll put a deposit, call it a day.
All right. I just, my sales manager actually just came by right now.
Hi, sales manager.
Oh, no, he's creeping back away.
Oh, he walked away? He doesn't want to talk to me? Tell him how's it going?
Here, I'll grab him right now.
Hello?
Hello?
How do I get this back on the handset?
There we go. I'm on the handset now. There we go. All right. He said, yeah, he can do 8 to 10% off, but he said it would be within an hour if you could make it over here.
Wait, we talked about this. I live in Utah.
Yeah, so that's what I was telling him. He said it would have to be like a local thing, because here we're kind of old school. We don't take any deposits. It just has to be like all on the day of.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the ability, like, but even planes can't go that fast. That's insane. Like, what do you mean within an hour? What if I came an hour and 10 minutes? What would happen?
I mean, he said 60 minutes or less. Timer starts now, so we don't normally do discounts like that, but, you know, they're trying to get some units out, so.
I appreciate that, and I do. But again, the dilemma, I'm not saying it's not a bad deal. The dilemma is the laws of physics. Like we can jump on a plane. We could do the deal remotely. It's 2024. Do you want to do the deal remotely? We can do the deal remotely. I'll sign the paperwork within 60 minutes. Let's do that. That's fair. Let's do that. 60 minutes, I'll sign the paperwork. Are you kidding me?
Hi, is this on? How may I direct your call?
Hey, I think you hung up on me.
Hello?
Hello? You hung up on me.
Who is this?
I was talking to somebody. Maybe it wasn't you. My name's Tommy.
Okay, yeah, it definitely wasn't me. How you doing, Tommy?
Hi, doing well. I was talking to somebody that was talking to the sales manager, and then they just hung up on me. They told me I had to get there in 60 minutes or less.
Did you catch your name? Give me 1 second.
Ian?
Actually,
Ian?
I have my sales manager right here. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. But yourself?
Hey, we're doing good, Tommy. I believe one of our sales associates kind of knows who you are. We're just kind of seeing. I think one of them realized that you said you were on Utah. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're the clients in Utah.
The client's in Utah. Okay. That's what my manager was saying. He said that if you could make it in like an hour or so, we'd most likely do the deal that you wanted. He said if you were trying to just shop, since you're in Utah, there's no way of you getting here. I'm not sure how long we could hold that price for you for.
But you guys, so you guys don't know who I
how...
am. Like there's somebody knows who I am. And they hung up on me. Like we either can make we now know the logistics. If your sales manager knows who I am, then let's just put pen to paper to see if we can put a deal together. Let's not hang up on people. If you guys can't do the deal,
I understand. Yeah, we just assumed that the buyer was local. That's why we had said if you would be able to make it in an hour. But since you said it's in Utah, then obviously our offer wouldn't make any sense.
The first things out of my mouth was, let me tell you my story. I don't know if I'm talking to the same person, but the first things out of my mouth is I live in Utah, and he said, let me go talk to my sales manager, and he said if you can be here in 60 minutes or less, and then he laughed and said, well, obviously you can't make it here. And then he hung up.
Yeah, my apologies for that. I understand. I just got onto the phone right now, so I wasn't really aware of the situation.
Can I talk to the sales manager, maybe?
As for our sales manager, I'm just looking into our office. There's nobody in right now. And
there's no... Dude, I was just on the phone 4 minutes ago. I heard my live in the background, and I know that they're there.
Yeah, the people who have your live on are one of the sales reps. Our sales managers have their own tower into the office, but let me go double check. Right now, currently, there isn't anybody in here. One of them has a Costco member, so they're closing a deal currently.
So what about the person I just talked to? The person that hung up on me doesn't want to talk?
Sorry, what was that, Tommy?
The person that hung up on me doesn't want to sell a car?
The person was a sales rep. He's not a sales manager.
I understand that, but he's the one that hung up on me, and now I'm dealing with somebody else, and now it's just going to be potentially a split deal, I guess. This is insane.
Yeah, I understand, Tommy. I apologize again for the inconvenience. It's just that we're kind of caught off guard. So if there's anything I could do for you, I understand you're still trying to purchase a car for your customer. Is there...
What do you mean you're caught off guard? Somebody's calling your dealership to buy a car. How is that catch you up? Is that not what you do day to day? Hour to hour? I'm not here to be rude, but this is what you guys do.
No, I understand you're not being rude. I know this is what we do. It's just that some of us knew who you were, so it kind of caught us by surprise. We seen who was calling, and then they acted a certain way, and I apologize again for that.
I have 12 Honda deals that I could do right now. So instead of somebody hanging up the phone, I'll just, I do a lot of business with Honda. They've done 10 deals with me in the last 2 weeks. So whatever salesperson thought it was a good idea just to hang up rather than trying to earn some business is insane.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Hanging up was the last thing we should have done. Again, that's why I'm on the phone right now. I just kind of want to see where we're at. I know you're trying to get a certain deal for a customer. They
8 to 10%. That's all I'm trying to do for my client. And this is why my clients, and for the person probably laughing in the background watching the stream, this is why people hire me and don't want to deal with people like him that when they try to get help because they don't want to deal with them, they get hung up on. And that's the best way to deal with people trying to spend money at your dealership. Okay, yeah, 8 to 10% off is where we need to be.
8 to 10% off, and then let's just say we do come up with a deal. Do you know when your customer can make it in?
They and I will. This is why this is more frustrating, and I'm taking it out on you. This client tried to do this negotiation themselves with dealerships in LA, and they literally called me crying because of how dealerships treated them. And they were like, I just can't deal with it as a woman. She's like, I just felt like people asked for my husband and doing all these things. So that's the thing that's frustrating is that I'm going through this and now I'm dealing with the same thing of people hanging up on me. That's insane. I just had a client that literally just can't buy a car because she tried to do it herself and people laughed at her and told her to go call her husband. And now this is just And I'm like, guys, dealerships aren't that bad. And then we have the stereotype of somebody hanging up on somebody when they know that I'm live and they know their dealership just got called out. That's insanity. Dude, if I owned that dealership, they wouldn't have a job
Yeah,
tomorrow,
Tommy, I understand that happened with your customer at another dealership. I apologize again for hanging up on you earlier. I don't know. I'm not too sure which sales reps it was. Now we're trying to work. I know you want to make a deal. I apologize again for the inconvenience that was happened before. You said 8 to 10% off.
8 to 10% off.
Honda, if you want.
Yeah, and if your manager wants, hey, what about this? If your manager wants to earn my business, he can call me back in an hour.
Call you back in an hour? Okay.
Yep, 60 seconds.
Is
As he
this a
said,
good
the
number
timer
to contact
starts
you
now.
by?
Yeah, he has my number. Timer starts now.
A few moments later.
No. Oh, somebody's calling me. This is Tommy.
Hey, Tommy, this is Brandon over at Honda. I had a message here to give you a call back.
Hey, man, how's it going?
How's it going? Yeah, I have a very detailed message here. I was out with a customer. It looks like you got hooked up with one of my green peas.
What's his name?
Didn't go very well from what he's telling me. So
yeah. Do you know? Let me just. This isn't meant to be like. Do you know who I am? Do you know what I do?
I don't know. I kind of stay off social media.
I mean, I just offered him a deal. I mean, I didn't tell him anything, but I mean, I just told him I have a deal in Vegas for 8%. My client doesn't want to go to Vegas. I'd rather go to LA. So I said if they can get 9-10%, call it a day. And then basically said, yep, if you can be here in an hour, and that's your problem, not mine. Hung up the phone on me, called it a day. And then when I called back, they said they knew I was streaming, which is fine. Like this is.
I'll deal with that in house. Apologize for that, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see what we can do. What kind of car are you looking for, man?
Let me go back to the website. It was a Honda Pilot, Sonic Gray, Black Edition.
Oh yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, you guys have one.
We have some incentives they just launched a couple of days ago. Let me see what the Pilot got put up with. And maybe you could relay that to your customers, see if there's not money we're missing out for them.
Yeah, so the best deal, I'll just be transparent here because I made a call after this to a dealership I know that has one. I have $5,000 off on one. I understand if you guys can, I'm not going to shop you guys back and forth. I told the dealership if they can as long as you can beat that.
Yeah, we're not a commission store, so we don't pull into bidding wars, but we just do our best if it makes sense. I wouldn't expect your client to allow us to earn their business if it didn't make sense first,
Yeah, and that's like I said, if you guys can beat that, I won't even shop your deal. I'll feel confident with that, but I'd.
You got a zip code for Texas?
Yes, I do. Give me 1 second. 84096.
Harriman, Utah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm showing an 8% flat there.
Sounds right to me.
Does that sound about right? I'm not familiar with Utah. And do they plan on leasing or financing this car?
Let me look at my notes here. Notes here say they're wanting to finance.
Finance, okay. Yeah, just let them know that they do have a lease special for a loyalty or a conquest bonus of $500 going towards the cap reduction if they do plan maybe to switch to lease. Maybe payment might be this decider factor there, but it is available, just so they know.
Okay, cool, perfect. I can run them by, and that's just for a lease?
Just for the lease, yeah. They actually don't have any benefits or conquest programs or loyalty programs for the financing. They did lower the rates recently, though, so they are lower than advertised for the Civics and Accords. They actually got 3.9 to 60 months, 4.9 to 72. I don't know if they've secured financing through their own institution, but those are the rates with Honda. If it helps save them some cash on that side, too.
Perfect.
All right, so $5,000 off financing. Let's see. All right, so invoice is $52,427 and 27 cents. So $5,000 off would take it below that. Now I'm sure that you're no stranger to the accessories dealers have, and I'm pretty sure that if we go down that road, it'll be a quick call. So let's not do that. Without any accessories added, the only hard add would be a wheel lock. That's a hard add I can't take off and resell to another customer. It'd be unethical to give a used product as new.
Yeah.
So I'll take $5,000 off. Wheel locks are $199. Okay. I'll be a straight across shooter. I'm gonna make from the bank a few $100 back.
Yeah.
I would need actually them if I'm gonna do that kind of a discount. They need to go through Honda so I can collect the fee for the contract.
Okay. You're fine doing the incentive rate though.
No accessory, no hassle deal kind of thing. But I think Honda's beating the rates across the board anyway.
Are you with the 4.79 is what you said?
Yes, 3.9 to 5 years, 4.9 to 6 years.
Got it. Okay. And then
pretty sure that's beating every credit union that I'm aware of. I'm not sure how Utah's things are going. Actually, you know what? That would be something I need to check into. I want to make sure that these programs are available. Actually,
they could change. Yeah, I was working on
to look into too.
Filing.
But let's just say that it is. That'll put you out the door at $56,549 and 87 cents.
Okay. And then just so I know, because I'm gonna tell my client here right now. Would you guys allow remote signing or anything along those lines if we need to go that route?
No, they would need the present here physically taking delivery of the vehicle. We can
Okay.
do a DocuSign. It's real fast. We
So
have
DocuSign,
FedEx
okay.
contracts in the past to help speed up the process, but sometimes people get it shipped with a bill of lading, or they make a trip out here. Unfortunately, we don't offer shipping or recommend just because it can fall back. We stay away from that. But as far as e-signing and e-delivery, we can't do that. Sorry.
Okay, so we can't do e-signing, e-delivery, but if they come in, they can complete the deal.
Yeah, we do have a available electronic on the pads. It's a lot faster than doing paper contracts.
Oh yeah.
So the time in store would be very, very quick.
That's fine.
Of course, we could have it, detailed, washed, gassed up, and ready prior to the arrival if they decide to move forward.
Okay, cool. Let me run that by the client real quick.
Did you happen to catch the name? Sorry to go off subject. I want to make sure I correct my guys in house. That sounds like excuse my French, with a piss poor retraction to a customer client calling in.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you are, who you're helping, it's irrelevant.
Here,
So I'd like to know who it was so I can correct that in house. Did you catch his name at all?
Give me 1 second. I can send you the phone call too if that helps. You guys probably record too, but
I can look back into that later.
So I first talked to, and then he transferred me to, I think it was, I live in Utah. I'm sorry, I'm going through my This is Linda. How may I take your call? Can I speak to somebody in sales? Yes, this is sales department. How can I help you? First off, can I talk to this 1 second? And then, so was the person I talked to, was the one that hung up on me.
Okay. All right. I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
Apologies for that. Looks like I got a new janitor.
I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I'm just trying to put a deal together that's easy and not waste a lot of your guys' time. So let me see if I can put this all together and see if we can put a dream in a driveway.
No problem. Like I said, that's typically, that's below our cost and without recouping anything from the addendum line, which, every dealer, that's the headache I'm sure that your clients went through and didn't want to deal with.
Yep.
Like I said, that's a no hassle, no headache offer, and the only reason I'm doing it is because he had such a rocky start with you. I want to make amends and make that right. So hopefully that number is going to beat everybody else, and let me know, and we can go forward from there.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. What was your name again?
Brandon. I'm one of the sales managers here, one of the desk guys.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you just being straightforward and honest, man. That's what I want to hear, and
no,
I appreciate
absolutely.
that.
We're not a commission store. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. So, you tell 100 customers that, maybe one might believe you.
I get it, man. No worries.
It's okay.
You're doing great.
All the cars find forever garages someday.
I love it.
But is there any other questions, concerns I can help out with?
Hey, nope. That'll be all. Let me run this by the client, see what they say, and go from there.
All right, cool. Sounds good, man. Let me know.
No problem. Bye.